Hey, CEOs.
Hey, ladies, we are back.
And we got a good topic for you today.
Yes.
Today is about evaluating your relationships. Now, listen, I'm going to kick us off, and here's what I've learned just in life. And please share if you have other wisdom as well.
Oh, yeah. We need to hear your comments.
There are two types of people in your life, regardless of whatever the relationship is: husband, friend, boyfriend. There's two types of people: people who build bridges for you and people who put up barriers for you.
Wow.
Period.
Wow. Bottom line.
When it all comes down to it, there are two categories you can put people in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've all had relationships that have sucked the life out of us.
And you have tried and tried
Girl.
and tried with them. And they're just not successful.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you find yourself in situations where you find yourself in a position of giving all the time to a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's just physically, like giving things, giving your advice, feeling like people are sucking kind of the deposits in you out.
Okay, Google, please stop alarm.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. It's a potty training alarm. Excuse me. Sorry. Got to get Chandler on the potty. Sorry about that.
Life of a 2-year-old.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I remember those days.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, if you can think about some of your relationships, you probably know people where you were just like, okay, just being around them sometimes feels like
a burden almost.
It's a burden.
Heavy. Mm-hmm. And I think to Tamara's point, when we think about talking about evaluating relationships, it really is, it's not a bad thing. So at some point in our lives, we probably felt like, oh God, I don't know if, like, we've been friends for so long, I don't know if this is right. But we have to do what's best for us. Are we healthy mentally? Do we feel like both parties are adding to the relationship?
Girl, yeah.
As Timber said, is it a barrier? Is it heavy? Does it feel like it's not adding value to you in your life?
Yeah.
And the vision that maybe God has for you. So I do think that evaluating relationships is extremely important. And like you said, that's men, women relationships, that's your partners, that's
parents,
everybody, your family members.
Yeah.
It is so important because, we always hear this message that says, sometimes people are in your life for a reason, for a season.
Girl.
And we all know seasons come to an end.
Yeah.
And it's okay for relationships to only be there for a season. There's some relationships that are in our lives for years, and Tamara and I have been friends for over 20 years. Yes. Grateful for that. But there have also been friends along the way. Yeah. That we've been friends for a period of time and no hard feelings. It was just our season was up.
Just our season was up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one thing you have to be able to do is recognize about, as you're evaluating your relationships, is really thinking about what's going to be best for you at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, to all my single ladies out here, honey, you just wait. I got some good little nuggets of stuff. But I do think, the quicker that you can kind of figure out where those kind of relationships fall in those two categories, the easier it is you can move on and not waste time.
Yeah.
That's
a good point. I mean, one of my girlfriends used to say, don't waste your young. And it used to make me laugh, but it makes sense. I mean, if you think about that, every day is a gift for us.
That's right.
And if you've got people that are sucking the life out of you, or honestly, that are just not along the same path as you at that time. Yeah. Sometimes it's just, I'm headed in this direction, this person's headed in that direction. We've grown apart a little bit, and that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about things like that. It doesn't mean that you can't still be cordial, can't still reach out, check on people. But it's really just about, like, what can you give your energy and your time to at that moment that's really going to help you be your best self.
Yes. And Kristen, how have you ever experienced just having somebody in your life that you just had to reevaluate? Like, how difficult was that for you?
I think for me, those times came a lot, and I'll just kind of use back when I was single and dating. And those times were challenging because one of the things that I knew is I was going to be somebody's wife one day. I knew that God placed me here to be a wife, along with a multitude of other things. But I was very careful around the type of energy and the type of people I dated. Yeah. And there were times where I dated people for too long, and there were sometimes that I dated them too quick. Like, I was like, okay, this is done. This is it. People, people who know me will laugh about that. Be like, yeah, Kristen, move on quick.
Cut you off.
But, those were the times that I remember thinking, like, I don't want to give that much energy to someone who potentially doesn't value who I am, or would maybe take advantage of my character, because naturally I think I'm going to love on people and be a loving, respectful person, but if I saw that may have been taken advantage of or things like that, I knew that there were times when I had to cut people off.
Yes.
And also I've had girlfriends in that place too, and I think, Tamara, and you may be able to relate to this, I think the older I got, the more mature I got, people's character meant a lot to me.
I think that, girl, you better preach it, because I think as you continue to grow and mature, you really start to evaluate where your value system is.
Right.
And what's actually important to you. And to your point, I think the older that I got, I really just figured that, like, to your point, people's character matters.
A lot.
And it matters more than somebody's good looks or somebody's status or somebody's anything, quite frankly. How funny you are, blah, 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 cute you didn't. No, that cute wears off quick. To be honest with you, over time, that stuff does not sustain you and it won't last.
Let me just say that one more time.
So,
I remember hearing people say, well, he's not that cute. I want you to understand, nobody's cute when you're frustrated with them, okay?
Speak it.
FY.
Yeah, everybody becomes ugly when you are.
When you're upset with yourself, I don't care what nobody says. You're not thinking about, but he's so cute. Now, maybe later on. But in that moment, you're not thinking about that. No, ma'am. No, sir. You're not thinking about how cute somebody
100%.
is. Their character means a lot.
Well, that's the thing that's going to sustain long-term relationships.
That's true. That's very true.
Those are the things that matter. And once you kind of really get that, I think it's easier to just reassess what you need in your life and evaluate your relationships. Once you kind of get really clear about, okay, these are the things that really do matter to me.
Yeah. Another thing I thought about too when we started bringing up the notion of character is I was listening to something the other day, and everybody, I can't remember who this was that said it. It was on social media, but it was like, go ahead, look at your phone, look at the last 5 people that you've texted. Those 5 people will be the direction you'll go in life, or you'll start to resemble those 5 people. The 5 people you spend the most time with,
honey,
you'll start to share mentalities that are similar.
That is so true.
So when you think about this whole piece of, like, people's character, how do they treat other people? Are they individuals that are loving and caring and considerate? Those things matter too. And being successful in life, if you're around people that are like lazy and not doing anything with their life, evaluate those relationships.
Evaluate them. What are they adding to you?
That's right.
How are they, what are they adding? And I think, to your point, I love that about, it's not necessarily just money or status. It's like, who's ambitious?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Who's got goals? Do you have goals? And if you do, who are you surrounding yourself with that are going to help support you and kind of move you to the next piece or the next place in life?
Yeah.
Iron sharpeneth iron, girl.
Oh my God, that's big. And I was just going to say that. So
you can't always be the sharpest one.
If you're the sharpest, if you are the smartest one, the sharpest one in your crew, then you got to find another crew.
You might need to find some more people.
Right. And the last thing I was going to say was about, like, really understanding that when you, because I naturally love to encourage people, but you have to remember too, is that if you're continuing to reach down and encourage people, sometimes if you're not careful, you're going to start getting pulled down to that place. So find a balance. You want people that can encourage you and you're encouraging them. But if it's always, gosh, like, this person never really adds value to the relationship. I feel so heavy every time I talk. Oh my God.
Negative
Nancy's or whatever it is. You got to have people around you that are just as balanced.
Because they really are, you will find yourself depleted.
Oh yeah.
And you really have to find ways to recharge and find people that can help recharge you as well.
So the moral of the story is evaluate your relationships, ladies. CEOs, we're powerful, and
we are.
We're loving, we're kind, we're all of these things, but we have to be mindful of the energy we keep around us. Be mindful of your relationships. For my single ladies, evaluate the men that you're giving your time to. And make sure that they're worth your time. It may feel like, gosh, I want somebody to spend time with now, but long term is what you have to be thinking about.
Think long term. Think long term.
All right, ladies.
Until next time, guys. Like, share, subscribe, leave comments. Please let us know what you think. Until next time.
All right. Thank you, ladies.